some of the ways I have grown my knowledge in technology over the years has been not only through family, but I have a computer at home that I pretty much teach myself with, and that is kind of how I learn and adapt myself to any situation regarding technology. So some of the things that really inspired me to get into video streaming and start upgrading our system was because I've looked at the way that ESPN does their style, and I've looked at the way colleges have done their style, and while I was recording that very first night, I thought to myself, this could be a lot better, this could be bigger, this could be brighter, and that's what I've just always thought to myself, is if you can improve something, improve it, because if you can't, or if you don't, it can lead to some serious consequences later. So I wanted to make a name for myself. So some of the ways I was able to make those changes happen is just over time learning and adapting to different technologies, because when you're working with some older equipment, you need to find a way to integrate it with the newer equipment that you have, and it's a sort of balancing tactic that you have with just different technologies. For example, you have different cameras that work with different systems, you have different capture cards that work with different computers, and it all changes. So where we kind of started was quite literally an iPad on a stick, and it was just this rinky-dinky little setup. It took about 5 minutes to set up, and it was literally only learning how Facebook works. But now it's gone to the point where it does take a little bit longer to set up, but with that you also get a lot better quality, you also get a lot better scoring, and you actually can see what's going on, and you don't have to tell the cameraman, point the camera at the scoreboard. So one of the biggest memorable moments is when we very first started, and that was when Mr. Willis did not have the most polite words to say about the other team in front of the entire audience of the HHS live stream, and that was one of the most funny moments I ever had. So some of the things I've learned about just working with parents and the IT department in the school is really just the amount of just work that goes into it, because it's not as easy as calling a few people and getting them over here to fix it. You have several different systems, and you can have power outages. You need to learn how to work with each situation, and of course everybody's situation is different. I mean, we've had teachers' computers break, we have had Google accounts completely lock up, and so that gets really annoying, and we need to figure out how to work with that. So when I get out of high school, it's going to be a very interesting situation, because I have had a few colleges talk to me, and but I've kind of learned that, there may not be the best, they may not be in my best interests. So I've been thinking about more joining the Air Force and getting into our armed forces, and kind of learning what I can do there to help our country. I recently received the True Blue Student of the Week award from Keisha and Capital Federal, and it was a very interesting experience when I got that, because you don't expect those sort of things. They just kind of come along every once in a while, and I gotta say it was a real moral boost, and you just gotta keep on working, you gotta keep on going, and you never know what will happen.